So I got another camcorder, and I look not that great because I just woke up. So I already opened the box. I just received it, so you're gonna hear it. So I bought this like a couple of days ago. It was listed as this is gonna be very loud. So thank you for packaging it securely. But yeah, so this is kind of an oddity when it comes to cameras because it was 2005, so you already had digital camcorders. You may have had like some that recorded onto micro SD or SD cards. Digital cameras could do video, but this is different. For 2005, Hi8. And you might be wondering, what? Hi8? Yeah. A Hi8 video camera with, frankly, an incredibly shattered screen, but it is much cheaper than what I would have actually paid for. It was sold because of the broken display. It was sold as a junk item for $40. So this is, if I remember correctly, the CCD-TRV328. Now, anyone who collects Sony camcorders might recognize this as being a digital 8 camcorder look, but it was also made to be a cheaper Hi8 camcorder. Now, I'm lucky enough to have the batteries for it, and also, if we need, I do have the power adapter. And, well, moment of truth. It powered on. Now, the battery does not have a charge. I just heard the sound of it powering on and got a little bit giddy. A little bit excited, you might say. But I have the adapter for this camera. Mainly because of the fact that Sony made it basically universal. So, I can take, if I remember correctly also, that this camera does have AV ports that I'm struggling to find. But on the front, yes, the cover for the S video is there. But I can't seem to find audio for this. A good viewfinder, night shot, has a flashlight also on it. And it doesn't have the like shoulder strap, but I don't think anyone used the shoulder strap because it was not that great. So, time to grab for me the power adapter, and I will, because I have a pretty long power adapter since it was also for my CCD-TRV328. So, we'll check. Yep, power adapter. Plug the top in. Take this. Plug it in and power. It works. I paid $40 for something that was labeled as is, that records onto Hi8. Now, I won't grab 8mm tape. I don't have Hi8, but I have regular Video 8, so we'll check. This was basically a highway. It was a gamble. and I see one thing on it. It kind of tells me what this camera was and why it's in really good condition. Right here, there is a sticker labeled 22, cam something something, which tells me that this most likely belonged to a school. Oh, and I found it. Yep, it has AV out, which means that now I can digitize my tapes. So, give me a moment, and I will plug my trusty AV cable, this one right here, and I will give you a little bit of what this camera video quality looks like. It won't be recorded on tape, you will just get a straight signal. Alright. Now, the lens does have schmutz on it, and I will have to clean that, but it has a signal. And it does something, I think. You can't see the menu, but I'm want to see if I can show a demo mode. There we go. Now we have the... So this is what the camera looks like. I will clean the lens. The display is shattered, but it works. Now I will set the camera down, and as you can see, it is Hi8. So now I will grab a regular 8mm cassette. This one right here that you have seen a lot, this MP120, and see if the tape mechanism in this thing is working or not. So let's see that it is ejecting. Now I shall put a tape. The tape is locked. Check tab. Okay, so it's telling me eject the tape, which is correct because I put the tab onto lock. So I will now set the tape back to record and put this. I see that it is in standby. And if we check, it records. Now, we can also check by setting it to mode and setting it to play and edit. Menu cancel. Now, playback. It records. Oh. Yep, as you can tell, it plays back tape, which is really shocking. $40 well spent. So, as you saw, I now have a working one of the rarest Sony camcorders out there. Because it's a Hi8 Sony that I paid $40 for because it had a broken screen and was untested. This is why I'm telling you, buy untested as is. It's a gamble. But I won the gamble. I won basically the camcorder lottery. And I have now one of the coolest camcorders out there. Most people recognize it as a digital 8 camcorder, as the CCD-TRV328. But now I have only issue is a cracked display that still works, and it was for school, and it has some schmutz on the lens, but it has everything else that I need. And it has an AV port, so I can actually use this as a video camera. And I can actually digitize my tapes of video and Hi8 because it takes As you saw, it took regular 8mm tape in this camcorder, and I paid only $40 for it. Buy used, don't buy new ones from like for $200. I paid $40. And I have one of the working rarest camcorders out there, with a black and white viewfinder. Like, oh my god, I feel so happy that it works. And I have batteries for it, so I can use it, and I have like 2 tapes, and I can digitize the tapes. Oh my god. Well, I was Green Stars, and I'm letting you off with a happy video on my camcorder. Next video is going to be about Mavicus, because I also bought a diskette drive. And we're going to see photos and video quality on not only an FD83, but an FD91. And I'm going to show you the difference between a consumer and professional Mavica. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.